Okay.
Okay, Trina, here we go. Here's the instructions for your breakfast burritos. First,
El Popular Chorizo is what I use.
hang on, I don't know if that's zoomed enough.
It's a brand.
Okay.
Comes in tubes. One tube
I'm not back far enough.
equals a dozen eggs. You can adjust it. You can adjust it. Here. You can go in and out that way. One tube is about a dozen eggs. So when you get them like this, each tube makes about a dozen eggs. Start with a frying pan. Hit it with the non-stick spray.
It's on pretty low. Alright, what did you just do?
Hitting the sausage.
Because I don't cook, so I want to learn. So, you just cut the...
Just open it.
Open it and threw it in. Okay.
Not really complicated.
Double checking. It smells good.
Move it up a little bit. I'll wash my hands.
He's also a very messy cook, but that's okay. It turns out good.
Just break it up. Render it down a little bit.
And the heat's still on. Oh wait, no, now you have the heat on what?
Medium low.
Medium low. How long were you heating up that pan?
Just 5 minutes. It doesn't matter.
5 minutes.
This is just like browning off ground beef or anything else. The sausage isn't cooked ahead of time, so you do have to cook it. Turn that off because it's annoying. Just trying to break it up so there's no large chunks. Cook down for just a little bit. Now we're going to break some eggs.
So to me, okay, hang on. I mean, it looks like ground beef to me.
Yeah, except it's sausage. Carrie wouldn't let me crack the eggs ahead of time because
I wanted every single step. Sorry. I know you know how to crack eggs, but how many eggs?
I'm going to start with a dozen. I'm going to do 2 dozen all told because I'm doing 2 tubes of sausage.
Uh-oh, he just dropped a shell. You didn't see that.
Sorry, you got to sit and watch this.
I demanded every step. So you did 1 tube, 12 eggs.
I did 2 tubes, but I can
Sorry.
only cook 12 at a time. Otherwise, it's too hard to
I'm sorry.
cook.
I didn't even... He used 2 tubes. I thought he only put 1 in. See how
No,
I am?
There's 2.
This is why I don't cook. Okay, while we're waiting on that, here is the tortillas. Uh-oh. Stuff's flying. I can't
Milagro.
read it. El Milagro. and it's not
Flour,
very clear.
cookies.
So hang on. What did you just do?
Added a little water to the eggs. Just making scrambled eggs.
Okay. Well, when I make them, I use milk, so.
Everybody's used scrambled eggs.
Yeah, but I use milk.
Well,
How much water did you just add?
just
You have to.
quarter cup maybe. I don't
Okay.
know. Whatever you'd add.
We need exact. You can't pretend like this is your
I
secret
didn't
recipe.
measure it. I'm sorry. I did not measure it.
Well, sorry,
And
Trina.
emulsify them a little bit.
He's going a little
Ready?
fast. Okay. I'm just not good at this.
This is looking pretty good. Looks like it's rendered down pretty good, so we're going to set this aside. Get all that out of there.
There it is.
Back on the fire. And now we're going to add our first dozen eggs. Turn up the heat just a little bit. And start cracking our second dozen while those are starting to cook.
Okay. Here is the, I know you said you wanted to know even the, and I'm not good with this camera, so I'm not sure why it's doing this, but
What's it doing?
I just feel like it was a little blurry, but I got it. It's, basically says premium heavy duty wax paper, and I think he gets it at
GFS.
GFS. And again, these are the
I use
tortillas.
El Milagro. You can use any brand you like.
She wants exactly what you do. El Milagro. I'm sorry. Okay, he's doing the second batch. Do I need to do anything with those eggs?
Not yet. They gotta cook a little bit. Rinse my hands. Always gotta be clean.
Yep.
Here's the water.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just water.
Literally on off. Quarter cup, like you
I
said,
don't like
right?
a lot of water, so I don't use a lot. These take a while to cook because there's so many of them. If you want to do it faster, you can do it in small batches. If you don't have a big pan, I have a big pan that I use for this.
What's the smallest batch?
I've never made less than 1 tube and 1 dozen.
Okay. That's
But
probably
you
good.
could use half a tube and half a dozen eggs if you wanted to. When these get a little further down the road, we'll add some seasoning to it. We're not doing that yet. Just kind of stir them around like you're making a whole big batch of
Scrambled eggs.
scrambled eggs. And you can't put them in. Oh, I scrambled the second batch. Heat up just a little bit. Speed up the process a little because you're sitting there watching
No, it's okay.
paint
Because
dry.
we can turn it, we can edit it.
Yeah, I know, but you don't want it edited.
No, I said you can edit it.
Oh.
That would be nice. So don't do anything you don't normally do.
I'm just stirring them to keep it from sticking because this is not a non-stick pan. I have some non-sticks, but I like the big one.
Good input because Trina might have questions about that, and I would have never
If you have a
But-
non-stick skillet and you want to do smaller batches, it's a little easier because then they don't stick. So you don't have to stir them quite so much. But if you're using a non-stick, you have to keep it moving or the bottom will burn. And that's not good eats.
Nope.
You can see they're starting to come together. So we'll start looking at some seasonings. We're gonna add
Sorry,
some-
put the arm right in the way. Pepper.
Measure it, just like pepper. And some salt.
Sea salt, sure.
It's just, you can use regular salt or sea salt.
Okay,
either
regular
way.
salt or sea salt. Sure. How much? Yay. Sorry, you didn't need my little.
And then we need a little cayenne.
Can't see it. That's okay. We know it's cayenne. He doesn't measure, Trina. Sorry. Hopefully this helps. I don't know how many shakes that
I
was.
learned to cook from my mom and she doesn't measure.
Well, this gives her an idea at least.
Okay, these look pretty good. They're just not, they're still just a little bit underdone, not much. Did you start?
Yep. I don't know why it stopped.
Maybe it's got a time limit.
What are you doing?
Adding a little more cooking spray.
Okay.
So these don't stick.
Adding more cooking spray. Any special Pam? Oh, Pam. Second batch going in. I mean, I think I can actually do this. I know how to make scrambled eggs. I just don't know if I get all the spices in the right.
Well, there's only salt, pepper, and cayenne.
Well, you
There's no magic to it.
Yeah. Have you remember me making chocolate chip cookies? I had a recipe. Okay, so that's the second batch going.
Second batch of eggs. Really, really complex here. As I've said to Carrie many, many times, there's literally nothing to this.
So
But-
you say.
But I like it. It's just scrambled eggs with chorizo, salt and pepper and cayenne on a tortilla with some cheese. There is nothing you can make in the kitchen that would be much easier than this. I'm making enough for about 25 or so tortillas. Let that cook a little bit while I get a pan out. 1 second. Keep showing the eggs.
Oh. Keep showing the eggs, he said. There's not a lot going on with the eggs. I can show you the heat and what he's got the stove at, which isn't very clear. I don't know why this thing looks blurry to me. But anyway, I don't think you need that much information, but just in case.
Let me see.
When I was going to the dial, it doesn't really show. That's okay.
slower focus.
Yeah. We're using the fancy camera, not the cell phone.
We don't normally use this for videos.
He usually just does YouTube for the race car, so this would be interesting.
I'm using a steel spoon because it's easier to scrape the bottom.
Because it's a non-stick, or it's a...
Because it's stainless steel, it's not
a
non-stick.
stainless steel, not non-stick. I almost said it's a non-stick pan. My goodness.
If it was non-stick, I wouldn't be using the metal
I
spoon.
know. You'd be using the rubber spatula.
Exactly. It's coming along nice. So what we're going to do is take our sausage mixture and throw it in here.
Mix it together. Are you going to take it over to the island so we have more room?
Sure. Just start mixing that a little bit. We're going to add the rest of our eggs in a little bit. You can see right now it's pretty heavy on sausage, but we're going to fix that.
El Popular chorizo.
I like the El Popular brand. I like the taste of it the best. There's a lot of different brands out there. Any of them will work.
Here we go again. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pepper. 12 whatever. Grinds of pepper. Let's see the sea salt again.
About maybe a tablespoon, if I had to guess.
And what's the other thing?
Cayenne.
I already forgot.
Cayenne pepper.
Let's see how much again. 1, 2, oh, I can't count.
Just a nice, maybe a
Let's see.
half a teaspoon. I mean, I can make it hotter, but most people don't
Sorry
like it
about that.
hotter. Heat's off while I finish this. A good stir to make sure all the seasonings are mixed up through the whole thing. You can see what they are. They're just nicely done.
That's enough for about 24. Right?
Yeah, it depends on how you fill them. I mean, you can stretch it or you can make them fatter and make them less, but
And then what do you do? Just
stir it up. Make sure the eggs and the sausage are as equally distributed as possible. Try and make sure you don't have any big chunks of eggs. You can see what it looks like now with the eggs and the sausage kind of distributed throughout, so it's nice and even. No big chunks of eggs. And that's pretty much it for the filling.
what are you doing now?
Now we'll start getting the tortillas ready.
Okay.
Turn the heat up a little bit. It was a little easier before we had this big old toaster oven here. Had a little more room to work.
Well, we can work on. Oh, you can't work on the island because you need the stove.
Yeah, need the stove.
Sorry.
We can work on the island. I'll just carry them over here. It'll work. We can make it happen. Wrapper ready.
Hang on, let me get in this chair. Ugh. Sorry for the wiggly camera. I'm trying.
Heat them up on both sides. Get them just before they start bubbling up. Oh, you know what I forgot?
What?
I can get cheese out.
Oh, we gotta show her the cheese. What kind of cheese? Let's see. Where do you get this at?
The jewels.
The Jewels. Supremo Chihuahua. And it doesn't focus for me. I can't read it. Can you read that one?
It's just Mexican style 4-cheese blend.
What's the brand? Lucerne?
It's Lucerne, but I buy any brand. It really doesn't
Mexican
matter.
style 4-cheese blend and the Chihuahua. I think
I do buy the Supremo Chihuahua because I like it the best.
but the 4-cheese blend, you Mexican style, you don't have a
I don't have a whatever it is.
mix those two together.
I like the Chihuahua, but the 4-cheese blend and adds. I tried it with just the Chihuahua before, and it's okay, but it's a little bland. So I like the 4-cheese blend. It adds just a little extra flavor to it. So I'm gonna throw this back on the heat, get it warm again, because I forgot to do that. Which I normally would have that done before I come here, but Carrie wanted me to do this differently than normal, so.
This is for Trina because she's retiring, and this is her retirement present that she's been asking me for quite a long time.
Okay. I'm gonna take and scoop of filling, and again, it depends on your own personal preference. I typically do about that amount. I put some cheese on there. Again, there's no
You like to
measurement.
work on the edge, don't you?
Edge of what?
Edge of the counter.
And then I just roll it over. Take that, fold it up, roll it on in.
Woo!
And that's one. You want me to move over a little bit for you?
There you go.
Does that help you?
Yeah, it just feels like you're falling off the edge.
I do that. I live life on the edge. Just in my DNA. Okay.
Let me get back over here.
Next one. Again.
Hang on.
I got a bunch of them to make.
I know.
I'm not too neat with it. If you ever opened one, you'll know. I pull it over, pull it back, start rolling it, and then just finish it with the wax paper. You can do this with regular wax paper if you want to just tear it into sheets. I buy the pre-made ones just because it's a lot easier and a lot less work.
Looks like you're wrapping a present.
I am. I'm wrapping a present for Trina. And now it's just rinse and repeat.
We'll do a few more.
More cheese. If you like a lot of cheese, add more cheese. If you like a little less, you see the tortillas when you're cooking them, they'll start puffing up a little bit. And that's right about the time you want to pull them off, when they start puffing.
Do you flip them?
Yes, I flip them. I did that already.
Oh. Alright, I just didn't know.
Some people might measure all this. If you are that kind of cook, God love you. I'm not. And since Trina tends to like them, I'm gonna say that she's okay with that. Flip. And typically they're done about as long as it takes you to,
Make one, another one's done.
as long as you don't have your heat too high.
Which we showed the heat.
Yep. And again, I know I'm working with bare hands, but I have cleansed them several times.
I'm a witness.
After eating the eggs, opening the eggs, I washed them with soap and water to make sure there's no contaminants, because I don't want anybody getting sick. Nobody's ever gotten sick from my,
Oh, don't say ever. I'm just kidding.
ever.
Kidding. World famous breakfast burritos right here. Truck, I don't know.
I talked about, I don't put sauce on them now. You can put sauce on them when they're done, when you're ready to eat them.
You can freeze them.
You freeze them. You can.
Do you just freeze them in the same wrappers and put them in?
Depends on how long you're going to freeze them.
Well, give us
If you're
the
going to freeze them for just a few weeks, I would say leave them in the wrappers, probably fine. If you're going to do longer than that, I would pack them in a freezer Ziploc, and that'll protect them a little longer.
In the meantime, if you like owls,
We've got owls.
my kitchen has a few owls. That's the biggest. Back to burritos. After this one, we can probably end it.
Okay.
I think we've seen enough. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I think we get the gist of it.
It's just rinse and repeat at this point in time.
And then take to work and eat, or
Yep.
actually in a few days, eat at home. Okay, Trina, I hope you enjoyed our first ever food video. Here's the chef.
Good luck on your retirement. I hope you have nothing but happiness and good health. And if you ever crave some of these and you just don't feel good about making them, give Carrie a buzz and we'll run you up some.
We sure will. Happy retirement, Trina. We love you. And again, if you ever want anything, any breakfast burritos, or don't feel like making them, you know my number. Bye. Hang on, let me find the...
Just push the red button.